the academic schools, right, no matter what school you go to, only prepares your child for an exam, just to take a test. All right? That's something that you have to understand as a parent. You have to say, look, you know what? I know my daughter does spelling, and we practice every week about the spelling test and so forth that prepares her for a test, okay, a math test. So if you look at, the academic, it's not just Bermuda, it's all over the world, and that's something that parents need to really take take this seriously. Say, you know what? Is this really preparing my child for life? Just preparing them for the test, because the one thing that my son always tells me when he comes home and is taking an exam, he says, you know, that there were some things that I didn't study that wasn't on the test. Right? So does that make him smart or not smart? So basically what we're doing is we're teaching our children to have memory skills to remember what's on a test. Right? Now we can go a little further. There are some people who are having some studies right now who are studying whether the academic system is the right system on how we teach our children. Because if you look at the normal rule, the 20/80 rule, the top 5% of our children are getting A's. In any group, and you can put in this just as one group here. The top 5%, I don't have to tell them to keep still, I don't have to tell them to keep quiet, I don't have to do anything, they know what to do. Right? Then you got the 15% that are your B pluses and your Bs. Then you got 60%, which is your C students. And then you have your bottom 20. Those are the ones that are complaining, they don't want to hear it, they don't want to talk about nothing. They are the D students. Now, if you look at the academic system, P1, P2, P3, P4, and so forth, you will notice that in that 1 year, you're going to have that breakdown, the 20/80 rule. So what you're finding is that 80% of the children are not mastering the information before they go to the next level at all. Only the top 5% are really mastering it. So what happens is, if you know anything about construction, if you start putting blocks on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other, and I've met a few teachers that the student, the bottom 20%, they don't want to teach them anymore. They're happy to get rid of them, move to the next level. You know, and so the academic system by itself doesn't answer all the problems that our children need if they really want to be successful. All right? And they're working. I think this one guy came up with another way to do it. All right? But basically, what you're looking at is them building and building, and because the foundation is weak, and then because 5% is actually really mastering the work for that year, the children are becoming more and more confused because they cannot remember what they took last year on their exam. All right? So when we focus just on that, we're making a colossal mistake.